Hey, after that last wait a minute, hold up. Alright, let me say it this way. The third video going backwards. Not this one, not the last one, not the no, let me start over. Alright, not the last one, not the one before that, but the one like couple of days, probably 1 or 2 weeks ago. You remember when I had that tire blowout and a knockout, that left side in the mud flap that I just did? Alright. Way back somewhere about 2 weeks ago. When I shot that video, I just looked at it right now. I saw Van Halen's comments. That's the reason why I'm shooting this one. This is the same video where I was taking a bath, you remember? You remember when I was putting on that Love's mud flap bracket? You remember when I turned it backwards by accident? And you remember when I showed a video of me throwing the stuff in the trash? Alright, and I showed you those pieces that broke off when that asshole cut in front of me with a farm tractor. Alright, I'll go ahead and let you, I know it sounds confusing, but anyway. I just dumped my bath water out on the floor outside. You can see all the soap water. I just got done. There goes my bath towel. That's my dirty clothes. This is the clean clothes I'm wearing. Alright, let me get to the point. I saw one of I call him Van Halen. I don't know how to pronounce his name really. I saw Van Halen or whatever. I saw his comments. According to what I saw, you said, oh yeah, the part where I mentioned something about calling the police. The reason why I did it is because Western Express was Western Express idea, or accident hotline, put it that way. So I tried to save my ass from getting fired. I couldn't escape that one. Let me tell you something. You said something about if I were you, I would call the police. No, if you were me, you would call the police. Well, I don't agree with it. Let me tell you something. You said also you don't like calling the cops either, but somebody else can file a report. Let me tell you something about that. I immediately knew the answer to that already. You failed again. You failed again. I don't care what you and anybody want to say. Yo, man, you could gather up the whole fucking planet and go against me. You're still fucking wrong. I'm sorry to tell you this, man. You're wrong. You failed once more. You always do. You lie so much. You talk shit about me a lot. Notice that. You cuss me out a lot. Even if you ain't using the same cuss words I'm using, you're still cussing me out. You failed again, Van Halen. I will never call the police. I'm telling you. But I didn't do it the first time. The first time an incident happened before that, I covered it up out of my savings account. And guess what? Another one happened before that. Way back in 2012 somewhere when the Chinese bus driver slammed his brakes so hard, my boss's truck slammed into his, but it was minor. So him over there back in, what was it? That was up in New York in 2012. I was driving this other guy's truck. Well, since him and his bus company talked on the cell phone, they wanted me to pay for it instead of calling the cops. You see, the whole planet knows that they're not supposed to call the cops no more nowadays. And the asshole with the farm tractor, he said, "Do you want to call law enforcement?" I said, "Nah, I ain't gonna bother." "All right, so don't worry about it." Well, since my situation is minor, since it's nothing, well, I just let it go by. But let me tell you something, man. That part where the tire exploded and them two people's car got hit, and then I had to call Western Express and report it and then call the police. Yeah, I did sit in the police car, right, in the front seat right next to the cop, because I did sit at the weather was hot outside, so the cop let me sit in the front seat next to him, and he turned the AC on so I could get some cool air. But the thing is, I told the cop myself. I looked him face to face when he's in the driver's seat. I said, "Listen, officer, I'm not trying to offend you or nothing, but the thing is, I'm very, very prejudiced against my driver's license being affected. It was not my idea to call the police. Western Express wanted me to do it. It's those people that actually flagged me down. That's the reason why. But the thing is though, them people that complain about their car getting touched by the pieces of rubber or whatever, they took off and left before the police got there. They weren't there. And all of them was white. Every one of them was white trash. Excuse my French, but I have to tell you the truth. None of them was black. They weren't nigger. They weren't African American or whatever. All of them was white. The daughter, the father, the grandfather, or the mom and the stepmom or whatever. All of them was white. They all took off. By the time I was there talking to Western Express on the phone and they told me to call the police, when I'm getting ready to call the cops, they took off and left. So when the cops got here, they start asking me questions. Where are the victims? They took off and left. I don't know what happened. So it seemed like I found the answer to it. Nobody wants to deal with the police. That's the reason why I'm up in here talking to you. That's the reason why you're over there looking at the steering wheel and the fucking gloves and them bottles and me just got done taking my bath and my shower. That's the reason why I'm up in here saying, because you got my attention real loud and clear. The part where I saw, if I were you, I would call police and report it before somebody else does, and then I'll get in trouble. Nah, I never really had that problem. I've been getting lucky so many times. I'm not an accident prone person, you know. It's just once in a while I run into a certain situation, I kind of get too desperate. It's like I ain't got no patience. That's what's messing me up, you know. It's like I can execute this tractor trailer really intense. It's just that when my pride get the best of me, it's like when I get too desperate and I'm in a hurry, I know it's like I see where the accident can happen, but I kind of ignore it, and that's when it happened. But this last time when that farm tractor, that was his fault, because me and this other car driver had the right of way. This motherfucker had to go dive in my fucking face right there, and I had to go slam the fucking brakes and lock the damn steering wheel so fucking hard. And then I almost messed up my fucking truck yesterday. But I don't know what happened to that. No part of my truck didn't touch that farm equipment machine. It's just that I have to say, I'm just gonna say maybe something supernatural. That's the best way I could say it. Because no part of that mirror didn't touch it at all. That thing was like low to, it was like far away. It's the bumper that was supposed to hit it, but the bumper didn't get hit either. I didn't see no scratches on the bumper. And I even tested the steering wheel out to see if the wheels were turning real nice and smooth, and everything was even better than perfect. That steering wheel was even more sensitive than it was before. So it looks like this truck is in regular perfect shape since I had me a close call accident yesterday. Yes, a cop did show up behind me, but this other dude was checking me out to see if I was all right yesterday. So he was the one checking out my truck and checking me out to see if I was all right. He's the one that told me that. That's the reason why he checked on me, is because this place is crazy. He said he's been seeing a lot of accidents happen right here. He said a lot of fuck-ups been going on. A lot of people been doing crazy things. So that explains why I nearly got in that accident yesterday. That explains it. I'm in fucked up notorious Ohio. That's the reason why. That dude was telling me the truth. So when he was helping me back up into the road, that's when the police lights was flashing behind me. I didn't worry about it. That cop was actually trying to hold those cars back so I can back into the road. That cop didn't really know what was going on. He didn't know there was an accident. I figured that out. So when I start hauling ass down the road, I'm going 60 plus miles an hour and I'm blowing everybody away. That cop didn't even pull me over. So you could say, well, it's going to show up on your record. No. I got intuition that tells me that cop did not see the accident. Because when it happened, it took about 15 to 20 minutes later. That's when the cop showed up. But that ain't it. He was just holding it back. So it's like everybody else just kept going on and going on and going on. They just kept driving and minding their business. You might say somebody probably did, but I ain't worrying about it. Because that cop was supposed to chase me down the road and pull me over anyways. You're supposed to do that. Because that dude was helping me back into the road anyways. So if that cop he didn't even get close to the truck. He stayed kind of far back. It's like while I'm there hauling ass, he's over there, he's like 500 feet, 1,000 feet, 1,500. He didn't even worry about chasing after me. So that cop didn't know nothing about the accident, so I ain't worried about it. You see, y'all can give me a headache. Y'all can tell me this, you can tell me that. Fuck this shit. It's like, I ain't got shit to worry about. I got my own shit. You see, it's me and this truck that's in danger every day, man. This truck right here, it almost got decapitated. You might as well say both of us almost got decapitated. That was a heavy farm equipment tractor that can pull a couple of these trucks at one time. Them farm tractors are that good. I would say, according to the size of them, they're better than these trucks combined together. I would say so, yeah. Them farm equipment tractors, they're much tougher than these trucks. They can brutalize and decapitate these trucks pretty easy. Them trucks are nothing but cardboard box right here. So that's what I want to dive on this phone for. I'm going to give it the same name. What was it? What the fuck was it again? Finally fix the mud flap or something like that. I'll go ahead and check it. Alright, I got done taking my bath, so I'm gonna go ahead and gather up all my stuff. I got all my stuff, my audio plugged in. Oh shit, I didn't realize it. I got this thing plugged into the CD audio, so that means I don't know if it's gonna go out on the cell phone. I should be hearing it in the speakers right there, but it's not doing that. I guess it don't make a difference. I was gonna stick my nose out. Let's see if I can find it. Anyway, this video is related to the mud flap I just put on. It's just that the reason why it's different is because that Van Halen guy said something about, if I were you, I would call the police, and I don't like calling the police either. Nah, I'm sorry to tell you, buddy. I know what you're trying to do. You think you know what's good for me, but nah, you know what? I'm going in my own direction. I've been getting by so many times, man. It's like I'm not trying to be my own God. I'm getting guidance from him, really. I'm going in my own direction. Like I said, I'm not doing nothing nobody else's way. I follow the rules nice and clear. Yes, I treat other people with respect on the highway. Yes, I do share the road. I know sometimes when them car drivers kind of cut in front of me, I kind of stab my brakes because I know I could read their mind sometimes. They're actually trying to get off at the exit that's coming up. That's why they do that. And they might think I'm an asshole. So you know what? I back off and I flash the lights at them. It's like I kind of flash the light once or twice. Then I'm giving them the okay signal. And next thing you know, you see them waving their hand at me. They do it all the time. Most of the time, at least. They do it all the time because I share the road pretty good. And then there's times when they don't share the road, when I'm in, I'm dealing with the assholes in some places. Yeah, I get aggressive with a truck. I don't touch nobody's car, but yesterday, I think it was 2 days ago, a black car was there swerving, coming into me. Nah, it's like I'm here minding my business. I'm trying to get the load done on time. He start coming in closer and closer, and I just went. It's like I tried to rip the fucking horn out like this. I tried to rip the horn out of the friggin' ceiling for like 10 seconds straight. And then I dive right behind him and try to tailgate him. But the thing is, I'm governed 66 again, not 70 like I used to. So I'm governed 66. So I couldn't chase after him. I couldn't do shit about it. So I said, all right, fuck it then. I'll just go ahead and, pretend like it didn't happen. But I ain't trying to incite no road rage. These motherfuckers mess with me first, so I kind of fucked them a certain way with this truck. But I don't really touch nobody's car or nothing. I try to protect this truck by using a horn. And yes, once in a while I dive on the shoulder. Like when I was governed 70 miles an hour, yes, I've been diving on the shoulder 70 miles an hour. And I cut right in front of the motherfuckers. There, in your face. I'm sorry you don't like it. It's really true. Well, too bad you don't like it. I don't really care. I've been getting by with it that many times. I don't do it. I don't practice it though. I just justify myself and pull moves when I need to pull moves with this truck. Because I know bitches out there, they do want to mess up my truck anyways. And so far, you can see the evidence. It happened yesterday. Anyways, man, all I gotta say is, you know, they do have cops once in a while that come out and they kind of give you the option of saying, do you want us to report it or this and that or not? Sometimes they kind of give me a choice. Well, since the situation is minor, I guess I won't report it. I won't worry about it. I just want to keep my driver's license clean. Next you know, they say, all right. Because I got cops that used to pull me over when my driver's license was suspended. I was homeless outside. I'd be driving my minivan all over the place. And when I speed by accident or run a red light or whatever, they look at my driver's license and they give it back. Have a nice day. No ticket. I might have run a red light by accident, or maybe I did speed. Nah, they give me back my driver's license even when it's suspended. No insurance. As long as the vehicle is in my name and my license match it, that's all that matters. That's because my record is nice and clean anyway. But I ain't got nothing else to say, so that's it. I got my own shit to take care of. I saw your comment. I didn't really read the rest of it because I was so fixated on what you were saying. I ain't trying to chop your head off that violently. I just don't like you because you think you could rule people's world the way you is. I don't like your type. I will never understand you or figure you out. I have no business trying to figure you out. I'm not responsible for that. I'm more like responsible of destroying you and going against you. I have no shame in it. So if there's something you don't understand about me and I don't understand about you, we need to stay away from each other. You let me do what I gotta do because I know they got some guys and some females or whatever in the background. They got enough sense to know if I'm doing something wrong, and they got enough sense to know if I'm doing something right. So far, I heard a lot of good comments coming from them. Once in a while, they might ask me a strange question. Sometimes I gotta explain it to them because they might think I'm doing something wrong. But you, it's like you're coming from another planet, man. I could never figure you out. I ain't gonna follow your direction. You pass full of shit. I'm sorry. I will never call the cops. I even told the cops straight to his face when I was sitting in the police cruiser. I said, I'm very sensitive and prejudiced against points on my driver's license. All right. So the cop gave me a warning. He said it's not a citation or nothing. I still don't need to call the cops because you can't tell what the fuck you're gonna run into. The way shit be going on in the motherfucking United States, what the fuck you think this is, man? Please. The economic crisis is out there. People are doing all kinds of things to survive. You know, I just saw a couple of cars up in the parking lot over there at Walmart. I'm here trying to bobtail this truck away from them because I can't. I mean, this shit's going all over. Yo, man, law enforcement don't really care nothing about you. So why the fuck are you kissing their ass, licking out their asshole? I ain't kissing nobody's ass, man. I'm not saying I don't like cops at all, you know. They got some cops that's down to earth, and I do respect them. The one that I call, I had to respect him because me and him was like giving each other the piss. Me and him was giving each other the fist bump. It's like that cop was down to earth, peaceful. Especially in South Carolina, that's where the good ones are at. But the bottom line is I gotta respect myself. This is not a fucking normal generation. This is not a normal country. I got my background experience with police. I don't need to call the police all the time. Once in a while, yeah, I do have to call them. But the bottom line is when it comes to my driver's license, I gotta keep that shit clean. There's no excuses. There's no forgiveness. There's no forgiveness when you get in a situation. Even if it wasn't my fault. If it wasn't my fault, you might say they ain't supposed to give me no ticket. Nah, When it's time for you to get a truck job, you'll see what time it is. Got these motherfuckers in this truck company, they ain't no joke. I'm not talking about this one. Western Express is kind of better when it comes to hiring felons and stuff like that. I'm talking about any other truck company. JB Hunt, Swift, Schneider, everything. I'm talking about the rest of them. They ain't nice. Western Express, I got lucky with them. But that doesn't say. The bottom line is, I ain't supposed to really trust none of them. I'm keeping my shit quiet. I'm not saying I'll never report an incident or accident, but the thing is, if I'm having close calls experience or whatever, I gotta keep my shit clean. Because the rest of them, they're doing the same thing. Them 2 accident victims or whatever you want to call them, they took off and ran. They left my ass in the cold. They didn't say shit to me. They just took one look at me and just disappeared. Nobody wants to call police, man, because police are never really, they're not meant to be trusted anymore. They got blood on their hands, according to what I heard. I mean, I'm down to earth with the okay ones. I don't have nothing against them. It's just that you can't tell who is who. So I'm sticking to my theory. So whatever you want, if you want real accusations, if you want to epitomize me and paralyze me with fear, you go ahead and shoot your mouth off all you want. I'm just going to go right through your motherfucking ass and I'm going to show you who I am. I am not afraid of none of you. All right. Peace out. I'm sorry about the attitude, but it's got to be this way. No peaches and cream up in here. This ain't no, what do you call it? Like one of them drill sergeants in the military would say, no bones and ice cream, like my Sunday school teacher used to tell me. No bones and ice cream. Right. This ain't no fluff cake. It's a motherfucking horror show in a war zone right here. We do whatever it takes to survive. Alright. So much for this, because you got me worked up. I'm in a serious fucking mood right now. I don't mind going this way. I kind of like passing this on the airways. I'm tired of people bullshitting me. I'm tired of people punking my ass around. I'm tired of people fucking shoving lies in my face, like how Freightliner be holding me hostage up in Norcross, Georgia. I can't stand them. I hated every bitch in sight. I couldn't stand them. I nearly got in a fight with a manager. Twice, actually 2 managers. I told his ass off. I stuck my finger right over there. I said, you better tow my truck out there in the front of the gate, because you ain't gonna leave me out here for that. Motherfucker he got one of his boys driving my truck out there anyway. You see, he lied. So, I ain't taking no shit from none of y'all. So, that's it. I'm going in my own direction, man, and I'm surviving. As you can see, it's right here playing in my face. And my driver's license is still spotless, because I did my part. Alright, I ain't gonna get too high and hostile. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it for right now. If I got anything else to say, I'll say.